Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
So guys, I want to start this video off and cover something that has been going on for a while now, but it seems like the pressure's really starting to ratchet up on Gary Gensler. Today out of James K. Filan, the Financial Service Committee GOP raises concerns regarding the recent SEC rulemaking on digital assets. See letter below. And if we take a look at what Rep. Bill Huizenga had to say about it, he said Gary Gensler is trying to rewrite existing laws in order to expand his jurisdiction over digital asset market participants. Recent rushed rulemaking will expand the SEC's authority, leaving Congress on the sidelines. See Patrick McHenry and my response below. And the reason this is so important is we finally have members of Congress calling out Gary Gensler for what he's been doing. He's been trying to bypass Congress and create his own power. The SEC is supposed to report to Congress, and the SEC's power is supposed to be held in check by Congress. That is because we elect members of Congress, and Congress is supposed to elect people who has our best interest. Do any of you think that Gary Gensler has our best interest? Of course not. And the biggest problem about this is Gary Gensler has been acting like a rogue regulator. He has been providing his agency with the power that he thinks his agency should have, rather than the power that Congress has given it. We are finally seeing the first steps of Congress saying we have had enough of this, and the walls are finally closing in. Congress is starting to ask questions on, hey, why do you think you have the power to do this? But the most important part is these are the things we need to see for Gary Gensler to start feeling the pressure. We want Gary Gensler to start feeling like he has bitten off more than he can chew. Because once that starts happening, he is going to be forced to start letting some things off his plate, and I guarantee you, one of the things he is facing the most backlash on, and that he's probably the most excited to get out of, is this Ripple case. Now with that said, I did see something today that destroyed every last tiny little bit of respect I had for Gary Gensler. I literally could not believe this. It actually made me mad. And this is from Stephen Hubert. He tweeted out, oops, Gary Gensler worked with Consensus during his MIT days. He called the company a decentralized application development lab. Oh my god, what a joke. I tweeted out, it's a corrupt, centralized company that sells vaporware to businesses that haven't learned about Ripple and XRP yet. Gary is bought and paid for in a first-class clown. I could not believe he had the nerve to call Consensus decentralized. It's literally by definition a centralized company. It is insane that Gary Gensler, who has beef with actually decentralized assets like XRP, would go out of his way to call Consensus decentralized. This is how you lose all your credibility. This is nothing short of a joke, And the fact that he says this just makes me think more than ever that he's in on this whole Ethereum thing. No one who understands blockchain in the slightest would ever make a comment this dumb, and I don't think Gary Gensler's this dumb. I think he is trying to create narratives for people to follow, and part of his narrative is to get Ethereum through the door. Honestly, these are the things that make me actually happy that Ripple is getting sued by the SEC right now, because XRP's status is going to be determined by the court, and Gary Gensler's not going to have any say in this. If it was up to Gary Gensler, I have a feeling XRP would be declared a security, but because it went to the court, we will have justice, and when we have a just ruling, there is no way XRP is being declared a security. Guys, now I want to show you this clip that is so important to the Ripple SEC case. After watching this clip, you're going to fully understand that Ripple has been trying to do the right thing this entire time. They have been trying to run a company with almost zero regulation given to them when they have been begging for this regulation. This clip is going to make you guys understand that this case the SEC brought actually had zero logical reason for being brought against Ripple, and would have made 10 times more sense if it was brought against any other cryptocurrency company. So let me play this for you guys and then we'll break it down.
And Director Hinman at the SEC has given a speech back in June and then just kind of reiterated again last week in New York to the Tech GC conference that he does believe that there are tokens that are not securities, and that there is a model to fund these projects without violating securities laws. But kind of his position is the vast majority of these things still are securities offerings, which means you have to comply with all of the securities offering rules. I mean, Director Hinman's opinion is that you should be funding these businesses through kind of a conventional venture financing model, and then once the technology is up and off, kind of you can stand it up, then you can kind of move on to the next phase, which would be kind of a more public token offering.
Boom! Right there! They literally describe exactly what Ripple did as the right thing to do. They funded the business model through traditional means. They raised money through VC firms and built up Ripple the company. This was all done while the XRP ledger was already fully functional. So XRP was not financed at all by any VC funding. Then they issued the token and Ripple started integrating XRP into their business, exactly like the SEC said it should be done. And what happens? They get sued by the SEC despite doing everything in their power to comply with the almost zero SEC rules they were given. Now let's take a look at what Ethereum did. Ethereum decided they're gonna break every single one of the rules the SEC just told us. They're gonna fund their entire business with Ethereum. They're gonna keep building out Ethereum with the Ethereum token. And they're gonna hide all the different Ethereum wallets so they can keep doing this in disguise and not tip off any regulators. And this is the project that got the free pass. It shows what a joke this entire thing is. This has nothing to do with Ripple doing anything wrong. This has nothing to do with Brad Garlinghouse or Chris Larson doing anything wrong. This is the SEC acting like a rogue agency, and whether there's a reason behind the scenes or not, they brought a completely illogical case that is literally unwinnable. And on that same exact note, Library tweeted out today, how is an exchange supposed to know if something is a security? How is anyone supposed to know? Only Gary Gensler and the SEC know if something should be considered a security. And I tweeted out in response to this, not even the SEC knows which ones are securities and which ones are not. There are no clear rules. I bet if you ask 25 lawyers at the SEC to state which of the top 25 crypto assets are securities and which ones are not, they would all give different answers, and this right here is the problem. The SEC claims emphatically that there is clarity in the market, but no one knows what this clarity is. It could not be more obvious that there is no clarity, and I bet you if you ask the very people working at the SEC, they could not define this clarity, which proves it literally does not exist. Guys, the last piece of news I wanted to cover, and I think it's really important, actually comes from Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street. I think it's pretty cool that he's invested in XRP. It does absolutely nothing for my confidence about XRP. I know what XRP is going to be. I know how critical Ripple will be to upgrading our financial system, but he said something that I think is so important to understand. He said when the settlement happens, it will already be too late. I could not agree with this more. When Ripple settles with the SEC, you will be priced out of XRP. All the risk, all the FUD will be removed from the asset, and instantaneously like that, XRP is going to be valued based on fundamentals that make XRP 10 to 15 times more valuable than it is today.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.